A fireman found a premature baby in a sewer. Doctors told him the baby was in critical condition. The firefighters came to the hospital room to say their final goodbyes, and then a miraculous sight appeared. The baby's hand was holding his hand as if to tell them that I can live. Please save me. Seeing such a resilient little life, they were all happy for the baby. A few months later, a colleague told him that the baby was being sent to an overseas adoption agency. Jack was saddened by the news. At night, he told his wife. She said she wanted to see the baby. When they came to the orphanage to see the baby, they were so happy to feed the baby and put him to bed. For the next few days, his wife came every day to see the child as if he were her own. That day, the wife came to the fire station in a hurry. Her husband asked her what had happened. The husband calmly told her not to send the child if she didn't want to. At that moment, they decided to adopt the child and named him Bob. Soon Bob's first birthday came. Since he was rescued by a fireman, he became known as the fireman's mascot. But God was not kind, and soon Bob's mom had terminal cancer. Tears streamed down her face as she watched Bob grow up. Bob asked his mom why she was crying. Mom said she was too happy, and so Mom left Bob with great sadness. After Mom's death, Dad returned home with his wife and Bob. Bob went from room to room looking for his mom, but there was no sign of her. Dad told him Mom was gone. From then on, father and son lived together. 10 years later, they became funeral arrangers, cleaning up after the dead. Unfortunately, his father had a heart attack and left him, leaving Bob alone, unable to accept it. He ran out with his father's ashes in his arms and went to the oceanarium where the three of them used to come. He looked to the left and saw his mom's smiling face, and then to the right and saw his dad by his side. At this moment, he was very happy because both his mom and dad were with him. So he took his dad's warm hand like when he was a child. The moment he touched his dad, he realized it was all a fantasy. He turned his head and looked around to see where his mom and dad were. While he was in fear, his uncle arrived. When he got home, as an organizer, he prepared to move his father's belongings for the last time. After paying his respects to his father and putting on his favorite music as usual, he began to pack up his father's belongings. He opened a cardboard box and found his childhood clothes and a picture of him and his dad when he was a week old. Then he opened the closet and grabbed his dad's work clothes. He hugged the clothes and smelled them because they smelled of his father. Suddenly, he found a cell phone in the clothes. When he opened the phone, he found all his photos in the photo album and realized that his dad had secretly taken pictures of him. Then he saw a video. He took off the headphones to see what his dad had recorded. It turned out that his dad knew he had a heart attack, so he recorded the video in advance. Bob put his dad's cell phone and his mom and dad's photos in the organizer. Then he buried his mom and dad together with all the others. When they were about to leave, Bob suddenly ran back to the tree where his mom and dad were buried and hugged the tree tightly. It was like hugging his mom and dad. He looked up at the floating leaves as if his father was cheering him on. The tree-like father could no longer protect him from the wind and rain.